Hey everyone, in this video I'll give you 4 places to look if you're trying to find a gaming group as an adult. Chances are if you're in your 20s or older and you are playing D&D or Pathfinder or Shadowrun or any tabletop RPG, you've said to your friends, or you've heard other people talking about it, or you've seen online posts bemoaning the fact that it can be really hard to find an in real life group to play with as adults. And so I want to give you 4 places that you can go to and that you can look in order to try to find a group of people to sit around the table, roll some dice, and play a game. One of the first places that I suggest that you take a look is at your local gaming store. I mean, gaming stores are so much popular now than they were when I was growing up. I grew up in St. Louis, and there was 1, maybe 2 gaming stores in the entire city. And now where we are in Virginia, there's 5 that I can get to within a 20 to 30 minute drive easily. So go and check out your gaming store. The chances are it will probably have a night or maybe even a couple of nights a week where people get together and play games, whether that's D&D's Adventure League or the Pathfinder Society or Starfinder Society. There might even just be a board with people that are just looking for a group, and you can just call or email them directly. Your local gaming store is a really good resource to find people to play with, either in the shop or getting together and trading off at other people's houses. So go and check it out. The next place that you might not have thought to look is at your local library. Here in Norfolk, there is a gaming day every 2 weeks at our library, and that's to get together and play board games, but a lot of the folks that are there also play D&D or other tabletop RPGs. And so that's a nice place to get together to meet some new people and easily start asking around and see if anybody's playing a game. So check out your local library, see if they have a game day or maybe even a Dungeons & Dragons day once a month or a couple of times a month. You might be really surprised and find a great group that way. Head to the library and check it out like a book. Another place a lot of us and our friends have found people to play with at is breweries. Lots of breweries and bars have game days. And again, this is sort of a gateway in. Around us, almost all of the breweries have once a month a night where people get together and play games, board games. But again, there's a lot of overlap in the Venn diagram of board game players and tabletop RPG players. And so going to one of those nights and just asking around and seeing if anybody has a group that's looking for another player, or if you like to DM, saying, hey, I like to DM and I need to find a group, that might be a really fun way. And again, I've heard of a couple of different places, breweries specifically, that they run an Adventure League night. So that could be your way in there. A place to go once a month, get your gaming fix, and have a group to play with. Maybe the same players every time, or new players, or what have you. And a lot of the times from those types of groups, those Adventure League or Pathfinder Society or runners or things like that, you're able to find smaller groups in order to have a home game. So we're looking at your local gaming store, at libraries, and at bars and breweries. Those are 3 places that you can go in your city in order to try to find a group. But to be fair, I'm talking about something in a medium to larger city, or maybe a smaller city, or something like that. And maybe that's not where you live. Maybe that's not your place. Or if you're, outside of the U.S. and the breweries, the way that we have them, aren't quite as popular. Well, there is still one last place virtually where you can go and try to find a group of real-life players. And that's, of course, by looking online. I spend a lot of time on Reddit, and Norfolk has its very own subreddit. And the Norfolk subreddit, I've seen people posting that they're looking for D&D players. So maybe check that out, whether it's Reddit or another online forum or Facebook group for your city. Try that. Throw a post up and say that you're looking for this game, and see what DMs come your way in order to... I guess both kinds of DMs can come your way, and try to find a group that way. So yeah, check it out online. Is there an online forum that you can go to in order to find groups in your city? That's what our friend Tucker did when he moved to Baltimore. He also went to a gaming store and put up a flyer and said, here's my email address if you're interested in playing Shadowrun. And he has a Shadowrun group that he found doing it that way. I think one of the reasons why it gets harder as we grow up, as we become adults, if you want to put it that way, is that, well, we're outside of being forced to be with bunches of new people. You know, my gaming group in high school and in college, those were actually really easy to find. But it's because I was forced to be in lots of weird and awkward groups until I found my weird and awkward group. That's a part of what sometimes can make finding a group as an adult difficult, is because we're probably not being forced to be around other groups of people we wouldn't normally be. I mean, yeah, at work you've got that, but it's understandable that a lot of folks, they don't really want to have work friends. They try to keep those lives separate. As well as if you're a little more shy or introverted, it can be really not just uncomfortable, but taxing and difficult to put yourself out there in that way. And I completely understand. But I think if you can find a way to get to some of these places, whether it's a library, that might be more comfortable for you than going to a bar, or your gaming store. Try to focus on the idea that, well, if you're there for a game night, whether it's Adventure League or board games, and you're going to ask about D&D, remember that people are there to have a good time, and you've got a lot of overlapping interests. It might not be super comfortable, and maybe you're only there for 10 or 15 minutes, and maybe you only do it once a month, but it's a way of putting yourself out there and finding those people, and you can control it to a certain degree until you're able to find your group. So there you have it, 4 places to go in order to try to find a group and sit around the table. So what did you do to find your group? I'd love to hear that, the story of how you found the people that you play with, especially if it was after you moved to a new city, or you got out of school, or got out of the military, or something like that. You were in an unfamiliar place. How did you find the group of people that you now sit around the table with? I'd love to hear those stories in the comments below. And if you've got another way of finding a group of people to sit around with, let's hear about that. Let's give as many options and opportunities as we can so that we can keep building and growing and connecting with each other. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and absolutely please share. That's how our community continues to grow. If you like this one, tag somebody who you think they would also like it, especially if they're looking for a group, or they've told you that they're having a hard time finding one. Maybe we can help them out. A big thanks to all of our patrons, and especially to Joan. If you want to support our channel, you can head over to our Patreon page and check out the different perks of being a patron. And don't forget, we put out videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Until next time, I'm Ryan, and this is Roll for Initiative. Bye.